All right, we're almost done. Solving a triangle again. 5.4. This time we're given the 90-degree angle and two sides. The first piece of information that is going to be the easiest to find is the third of whatever two that you have. So here we have two sides. On the last one, we technically had two angles, right? Because we still have that 90 degrees. So here we have two sides. I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem to find my third side, which is little b. So ultimately, I'm looking for the measure of angle A, measure of angle B, and little b. Those are the three pieces of information that I don't know. Pythagorean theorem is going to have me doing 2.9 squared plus b squared equals 4.7 squared. So b squared is equal to 4.7 squared minus 2.9 squared. That's a point and point. Now square root both sides. B squared, or b, sorry, is equal to the square root of 4.7 squared minus 2.9 squared. Now I'm going to go to the calculator and go beep, boop, bleep. Figure out what that is. Should get 3.70 or 3.7. Be careful if you're trying to go straight to your calculator here to give yourself a parenthesis there just to be safe. Depending on the calculator that you're using on this one, you do need them. If you're working with the TI calculators, they automatically open up a parenthesis. But don't close it right here, because that may not give you what you're looking for. Make sure that however you're typing it in, you can get 3.7. And next. Okay. So now is the tricky part where we are looking for an angle, and we're going to use the inverse trig function. I'm going to solve for b first, because I solved for a first last time. So using these two pieces of information that I have, I guess I also have 3.7. I am going to see if I want to use these two pieces, I have to figure out what relationship they have to b. So looking at b, this is my adjacent side to b and my hypotenuse side to b. The trig ratio, which uses adjacent and hypotenuse, is cosine. So I'm going to set up cosine of b is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 2.9 over 4.7. Okay with that? Now, the next part is I'm trying to solve for b. I want to get b by itself. I can't divide by cosine because that doesn't happen. Cosine of b is a function. I have to undo this function, right? If what's happening to it is that we're taking the cosine of it, I need to undo the cosine. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other on both sides. Now over here, inverse cosine of cosine is the same thing as doing plus 2 minus 2. Those are inverse operations. The square root of x squared, inverse operations. So these are going to completely undo each other, and now I'll have isolated b is equal to the cosine inverse of this value. Now again, go to your trusty old calculatrice, and you're going to use the shift or the second function above cosine to get that -1 there. That's not an exponent. So inverse cosine, open a parenthesis, 2.9 divided by 4.7. And I'll get that b is approximately 51.9 degrees. That makes sense because it's less than 90. It's an acute angle. It's possible in a triangle. 51.9 degrees. And then lastly, I can do subtraction. to find out what A is. So 90 minus 51.9 is 38.1. Let's check my math. Yeah, I did it. 38.1 degrees. We have all of our pieces of information. Now again, it doesn't matter if you solve for angle B or for angle A first. It's arbitrary. It doesn't matter if you choose cosine or if you choose sine or tangent. You just have to make sure that you choose the two pieces of information that you want to use and then choose the trig ratio that is right for those relationships.